Delaware in the building. Y'all ain't ready for the Delaware takeover. Y'all not ready for this unique style and creativity that everybody in the world wants to see. Nas and Jay is bringing it, and everything they bring got that Delaware swag.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, Naj and Jay here.
Back live on a Wednesday night.
And welcome to your evening sip of what's happening. I did that wrong. Local news and
Real world mess.
oh,
I got my part.
I was feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling real good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we are on another Wednesday.
Happily.
Mm-hmm. It's been, a wonderful Black History Month. I learned a lot this month that I'm happy to share. Oh, I have to say this real quick.
Okay.
I have been having Black History conversations with Journey.
Yes. Yeah, you told me a little bit about that.
Deeper ones. So she asked me more questions yesterday.
Okay.
And today on the way home from school.
And you could answer them. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. Okay. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I don't know how deep she went. Like, she could ask you some serious, you know what I mean?
And what would make you think that I can't answer them?
I mean...
Don't allow my hue...
Do what you hue.
...to doubt me.
I mean, if you're not like a history major, you might not know some things.
You ain't got to be a history major to know Black history. Make sure you listen back to this episode on WJBSradio.com. Download the app and listen to Indie Planet with Darnell Miller. Listen to a bunch of the other shows and DJs that are on the station. Delaware's own Grown Folks Radio.
Yes.
Temperature TA.
Who's starting today? Who's checking in first?
I will check in with you first.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait,
let me ask.
Okay, go ahead and ask.
Don't tell me what to do. Dearest friend.
Yes.
Jayeth Streeteth. How art thou?
Art am. I'm pretty good. I always say that I won't let bad weather upset me, but when it's nice out, I will ride that thing, as far as it will take me. And honestly, I got a lot of sunlight today. I got outside with the kids that I work with.
Nice.
Yeah. And that really does have an impact on my mood. So, Number one, that in and of itself has made me feel better. And quite frankly, there is looking like the hint of a light at the end of a tunnel that I'm riding right now. The ambiguous one that I always talk about every week. Some things are looking...
Oh, the stripper pole.
Yes. I've really nailed in some moves, and I've got some spins that I've been working on that are really coming out well. And I'm excited to show them, to the public.
Yeah.
So I'm actually pretty good. I'm reasonably rested.
Your hair looks good.
Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? I try to manage that as well as possible. Just
moisturizing.
I'm moisturizing and
detangling.
Not as much as I should. Not as much as I should. But listen, I'm okay. I'm pretty good today, actually. How are you, Naj?
I am well.
Mm-hmm.
I am well. I don't remember my answer last week.
Because we didn't have but no, yeah, we did. We did check in. Yeah.
Yeah, but I I can say, as a mother of 3, that feeling well it ebbs and flows.
For sure.
So today is a good day. I'm still very happy at my job. I'm still very happy with my album that I'm working on. I'm very proud of, I actually have a studio session tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy right now. So don't ask me again tomorrow and see what happens. But right now I'm okay.
Cool.
Flowers. Who do we have flowers for? Oh, wait, it's not moving.
Listen, you got to chill out sometimes.
You did. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Flowers from Naj and Jay.
Cool.
So our dear friend, all right, I'm going to call her by her maiden name, but I know it's not that. Corey Cheatham They just had a baby girl.
Number 2.
Laurie Lou.
You're not gonna get me in trouble.
I'm pretty sure this is Laurie Lou.
Mm-hmm.
And Zari. Okay.
That's why not.
Zari Lou Beeman Cheatham.
That's pretty.
Born 2/24, 4 pounds 4 ounces.
Okay.
Oh, baby girls are just the sweetest.
Baby girls change your entire life.
Yes, they do.
Especially from this perspective of a man. Like, listen, my daughter completely ruined me. So,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, she was a preemie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, girl, you already know. Call me.
Anyone who has more than one child understands that once you get to number 2, you kind of officially become a parent black belt by the time they're like 3 months old. You know what I'm saying?
So what do I get? Because I had 2 at the same time.
So I think so that automatically puts you into like advanced black belt, like a 2nd degree black belt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I feel like by the time they've gotten through like middle school, I think the final sort of, if you're doing jujitsu, we're talking about that way, like your red belt is like the final end destination, nowhere else you can go.
The big
I
boss.
feel like you're like a red belt at that point.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Flowers to Aleem yesterday night for his Black AF exhibition that we went to over the weekend. Phenomenal. You got Jay to stand in front of a painting for like 30 to 60 seconds.
No, I put in well over a minute, and I mean that. Like, I literally stood there and stared and tried to figure it out, and not just figuring it out in terms of like trying to see what he did, but really absorbing all of what was in front of me. And I don't generally do that. Now, I've been thinking, it's like, now that I've said that publicly, the next time I'm in front of someone's art, I'm going to have to just stand there.
No, you're not. That'll tell you.
Be like, oh yeah, I stood near too.
No. See, what we not doing?
I'm going to fake it totally.
So let me tell you something real quick.
I'm going to totally fake it. It's wonderful.
I am done lying.
Yeah, I'm a lie.
I'm done lying to people.
I'm going to lie my face
off. If I don't like it, I'm
This
not going to say nothing.
Amazing. I've never
If you don't
seen
have
anything
something
like
nice to say, don't say anything at all.
I'm going to stand there quiet for my 90 seconds and say nothing at all, and you will know.
No, because the power is in keeping your attention. If you want the J Award, you got to make sure your art is good enough.
I don't want that on my back. I'm cool. I love all of y'all and everything that you do, but Aleen's work was phenomenal.
It was phenomenal.
Man.
Like, I'm still thinking, should I go buy some black Air Force Ones? I'm heavily considering it.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations to you. We saw maturity. We saw the thought. It was great.
Yeah. And he even seemed to be like in a good space.
Yeah.
The last time we interviewed him, he was on fire. He was on some I don't want to compare him to Kanye because Kanye's so gross at this point. No. But he was on his ish. And it was a completely different, not a completely different. He was still Aleem, but he was chill, relatively speaking, and just in a good mood. He was just happy.
Yeah, he was happy, and he was settled in his work, and this
really makes a difference.
Yeah. Flowers to Mr. Montanez.
Yes, I can't say the child's name, but on Monday at the school where I work, we always play flag football, and I'm generally in quarterback. Not actually, this Monday I wasn't, but the kids were playing. And one of my kids took a fall, and the kids fall every time. Like, it's not a.
Just hurry up and say it.
They always fall. But he dislocated his knee, and when we turned him gently and turned him over the right way, Mr. Montanez came out and helped me, and he pulled up his pant leg, and his knee was in his thigh. And I'd like to thank Mr. Montanez for helping me out because I definitely did not know how to manage a situation like that, huh?
You said it.
What you mean? Yes. Oh, you really covered your ears.
I can't do it.
But thank you, Mr. Montanez, for helping me out in that situation. And we were all hoping that our boy has a full recovery because he's a good kid.
Let me tell you something. When Yara broke her leg when she was like 2, when they showed me that fracture, the way that I went down, the way that I was like, no.
That's funny. So, I mean, this is not a flex, but I was initially training to become a psychiatrist, and so I had to take med classes. So I love that kind of stuff. So as he's like lifting up, I'm like, look, would would you look at that? And he was like fiddling with it and twisting it.
Stop right now.
I'm like, I didn't know I could do that. It was really like, yeah. But it was
Listen,
at the same time, the poor kid, So
I had to get blood work today, and I was like this.
No, I don't mind.
The whole time.
I don't mind.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Okay. And before we get into our local news, we have our commercial.
Here we go.
And I shortened it because you're annoyed.
I'm gonna find a way to get something inappropriate, but yeah.
Sign up for My Bridge Box and have your packages delivered to a safe and secure location. You pick up your packages at your convenience. Visit mybridgebox.com for additional information. My Bridge Box is fulfilling a need within the community because folks be stealing. And next up, we have local news.
It's terrible.
I feel like you should sing terribly.
No, every time.
Every time.
100%. That's the way to do it. It's authentic. Come now.
Ew. Why did you make that face?
Because I want it to be gross.
You got to play your nose if you're going to do this. Ew. No. All right. What's going on locally? So for people who are interested in getting that summer body ready, but aren't quite into going to the gym like myself, the Delaware Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control reminds visitors to go to the Delaware State Parks. The entrance fee starts on Saturday, March 1st through November 30th. So for vehicles registered in Delaware, it's $4 at inland parks and $5 at ocean parks. Fees for out-of-state vehicles are $8 for inland parks and $10 at ocean parks. So when you go into like the state parks, there's like a box, and you can write like your you can write like your license plate number, and you can use cash. Some of them have the teller people who are there who take your cash or whatever. But you can also go online and like
just buy a pass. It's really cheap,
for the
actually.
season.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
Yeah, so. Our wife can put in the comments what she does, because don't she do it like every year?
Yeah, she gets it every year for one car, and we take that car to the park, and it's totally cheap.
And if you have not visited our state parks, there are several, and they're
fantastic,
absolutely gorgeous.
I could spend time with my camera all day in any of them.
Like it's never ending, just amazement and just joy, and just you should go and enjoy them.
Yeah, and I'll say, adding to that just quickly, it's a great place to move your body, because everyone's not going to be kind of extreme like I am, and that's perfectly fine. But like,
what's extreme?
Like, no one's going to go out in the middle of February and do sprints. Like, I get it, and I don't expect anyone to do that.
Or in the middle of July and do that.
Or either, however you want to spin it, exactly. But like, you can eat clean, and a good long walk in the park is good for you, plain and simple. So yeah.
We've all experienced road rage. Some people, I'm sure, have had like close calls. But recently, February 17th, there was an incident when a Maryland man was involved in a road rage incident driving an SUV on 95 South near Route 896. State police said the driver of the SUV shot at the man's van, hitting it. No injuries were reported. They don't really know what led to the shooting, but have warned, be careful of risky behavior, especially when you're going through road rage.
I just think it's really important to remember, you don't know.
Don't be a driver's side.
Well, I get
gangster.
Really, but everyone is, and it's really a bad thing. Like, I do my best to keep my temper under control, and sometimes I lose it. I'm not going to front, but generally, like, even if you can fight, it doesn't really matter, because you don't know what crazy person has a gun on them. And
he got out of his SUV and shot at
it doesn't matter how much you can fight. Like, it's just you really have to keep your cool. And I've lost mine. I've said that before just now. But
have you gotten out to fight?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
No, I shouldn't say
Oh
that,
my
but-
God, what happened?
So I'll tell the story.
I need a snack.
No, it's not that bad.
You want to eat the nachos now?
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. So long story short, is we had just had Jay Porter, and I was at that point with the newborn where I was not sleeping. I hadn't slept. I was out of my mind.
Yeah.
And I went to a parking lot to pick up food, and I parked. And as I was about to back up, I had to check my phone for something because I was I was worried that Lisa said, make sure you grab something else or whatever. And as I half backed out and checked my phone in a complete state of irritation, this man like really beat me off of the road, like really went just absolutely ham on the horn. I got out and started going right to the car, and he pulled off. Like I lost my stuff. I'm glad, and the point that I'm making is not I'm badass. It's like that was a really stupid thing for me to do because that person could have lit me up, and quite frankly would have had a reason to because I was trying to like put my hands, and I'd lost it, and I'm glad that nothing actually had happened. That was a stupid decision that I made. Yeah.
I almost got into a fight one time with road rage.
Yeah, you got to be cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a weird bravery that people get in the car. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And then I think about how when I get out of the car, how little I am in relation to the car.
Yeah.
Like, girl, what are you doing? But I will say, I've never done that. I've never gotten out of the car to fight. Like, I rolled down my windows and cussed somebody out, but I've never gotten out of the car.
Mm-hmm. No.
I don't know. Y'all, don't be crazy. I know people don't know how to drive these days. I feel like last weekend when I was on my way to church, people was acting a fool. I don't get it, but don't risk your life, okay? People are already losing their life out here for dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So, what else is going on? Don't fall for the Delaware Easy Pass scams, okay?
Who's falling for that?
A bunch of people, apparently. They're getting text messages talking about you got a toll bill and then you pressing on the link. Stop it.
Jeez.
Stop it. Now, if an 85 to 95-year-old gets a text message and then they go on there, I get that they might be a little confused, okay? But if you're from 30 to like 60 and you're falling for it, we have a problem, okay? Abort mission. Don't click on the link. EasyPass don't send text. They send it in the mail. Trust me, I've had enough. I've had enough of them in the mail. They do not send text messages. Get it together. That's it. This is called a phishing scam, by the way. So, and if you do get a text message and you would like to report it, you can go to the Internet Crime Complaint Center online and let them know that you received a link, and they'll do their own investigation. Delaware out here saving the seals.
What is? I don't remember any. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
This is my stuff.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Because we haven't had a lot of local news lately, so I'm trying to do better about that. Dewey Beach had a little baby seal that was sick, and we saved him. So the MERR Institute says, is it MER Institute or MERR? Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, so MER Institute says the 1-year-old harp seal was found Friday and shows signs of an infection. They named him Gemini, and he has been turned over to the National Aquarium's Marine Animal Rescue Program for rehab, and he's doing very well. So, we out here saving seals. I love it. I really wish they had a picture in the article, but they didn't. So, but yeah, you could at least have a little enthusiasm. You're a terrible person.
That sealed the deal for me.
As you may recall, Jay and I did a taste test of nothing but cakes.
Yes.
Because we were feeling low.
Yeah.
And I wanted us to feel better. Well, we feel great.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to wait.
I feel bad we don't have tequila today, but yeah.
I know. Yeah. I tried to wait till I got here to eat them, but I couldn't. So I love nachos, like with everything on.
Like you make nachos too.
I make nachos, like from scratch.
Yeah, Yahoo.
So Over the Border Tacos, which is at the bottom of Market Street, in that it's like
It's on 2nd Street.
yes, on 2nd and Market.
Yeah.
They have amazing nachos. I always get the chorizo with the jalapenos and everything. They got black beans, onions, cheese, sour cream, and then the salsa verde.
La salsa verde.
Salsa verde. So I wanted Jay to have one with me. His son had one and slobbered.
Yeah. In this actual.
He did it over there, so I'm gonna let you eat over there. But I'm gonna get me a little nap. Okay, so hold on, Jay. Damn.
I hate this game.
You're so excited.
I am. Are we gonna eat or not?
Order nachos at 2nd and Market. Can you see it real good?
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's more focusing on your eye.
Oh my.
Yeah. It's going to be a stretch now.
Okay.
This goes
Well,
for you.
All right. It's so good. It's spicy.
Can I? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh.
So, everything tastes fresh.
Mm-hmm. The chorizo is the bomb.
The chorizo is
It's
really
the best
fresh.
chorizo I've had.
But I think that something needs to be said about the actual chips. They have a good texture to them.
Yeah, they're not soggy.
Mm-mm. Now these are really good. The chorizo is on point.
Mm-hmm.
And the chips, yeah. And even the cheese is nice and creamy, and it's not like it doesn't taste fake. Like, it's good stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a dope little bar there too.
I haven't had their drink.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a cool little bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call.
So if you're looking for, and they're reasonably priced, this was I think this was $14,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the small.
Well, it's spicy too.
Mm-hmm.
I like that little bit of kick. Mm-hmm.
So this is the small. They have nachos grande.
For those that don't know, that's big nachos.
So I did order. They have tacos for $5. So I got a birria taco. I was not impressed.
Birria.
They didn't have
Don't do that.
They didn't have the sauce, and the meat was a little dry. So work on that. But them nachos, baby, they slap. They slap. So that's the Nacho J food review.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh.
Got some chorizo on your teeth.
Okay. One last thing for local news, and we're done. Out of tragedy, a movement is growing to meet young people where they are. If you are battling depression or have thoughts of suicide, Sean Locke what? I got this off the website, so I don't know. But Sean Locke graduated from St. Mark's High School, played basketball at the University of Delaware, and started a career, but he fought depression and took his own life in 2018. Out of the Unlock the Light Foundation, has grown the Sean's House in Newark and Sean's Rooms located at St. Mark's Salesianum School and the Teen Warehouse in Wilmington. And now St. George's Tech High School is the first public high school with a Sean's Room. I actually spoke to a therapist and they told me about this program and that, therapists, that kids can go and seek help at all of these locations if they're dealing with or battling depression. So if you know of any children who are struggling, if you're watching this and you are a teen who is struggling, there are 4 locations.
Is it just teens?
Yeah, teens and whoever has
But younger than teens?
It just has Sean's House in Newark, Sean's Room at St. Mark's, Salesianum, Teen Warehouse, and St. George's Tech High School. So I'm assuming this is just
a
high school-based program, but
Okay.
I'm sure they wouldn't turn away a kid if a kid was to reach out.
No, my point in asking that question is that you guys may not know that I work at an elementary school, and the amount of times that we hear suicidal comments is appalling. So third, fourth, fifth graders, it's a real problem. I'll leave it there. I don't want to dwell on that, but yeah.
Well, congrats to all of those who run that program. I think it's absolutely wonderful, and we should have more of these programs for our teens because it's not a secret, and the more access to help that these teens have, the better that they'll do. So just wanted to highlight that, and I'm really happy that they have these programs. On to say it.
Real world man.
You sound like you drink Old English
Maybe I do.
on the corner
Real world man.
with the black and brown paper bag combo. Like the brown paper bag and then the black plastic bag wrapped under it. Ew. All right.
Is that a real world mess?
Okay.
What am I reading here?
I haven't had anything to drink. I need a drink to deal with that. So what do you want to go ahead? Because
well, I think first off, let's no, I don't want to talk about that just yet. The Eagles.
the Eagles.
I love the fact. See, here's the flip side to everything. Like whenever you have an entity of any kind that makes a stance, there's a flock of people that get turned off, and then other people get turned on more. I was phrased interestingly. But my point is that I'm sure there are people who are upset about the fact that the Eagles have declined the offer to go to the White House because they won the Super Bowl. But guess what? As a perfect example, I don't buy jerseys. I don't buy sports paraphernalia. My dad taught me things that a lot of, not that it's wrong or right, but my dad, why don't you go put another man's, name on your back? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? I don't do that. But I am probably going to get me some Eagles swag, and I might just get me a Jalen Hurts, shirt or something like that, because I love it, especially now when
That they said nah.
And they didn't have to. And it makes a really great point.
And they did it twice.
They did it twice. And right now, Trump just won. And everything is how, like it or not, like
everything's falling apart.
He has a lot of support and popularity.
Ugh.
And there's been a lot of pushback against woke culture. Not that is woke, but I'm just saying anything that is against MAGA gets thrown into DEI and woke inaccurately. And for them to be in that atmosphere right when he's in the beginning of his next term is a big statement. Like it shows courage, and the whole team showed courage. It'd be one thing if just like Saquon and Jalen said something, but the owner was like, nah, we talked as a team. We don't like what he's doing and we're not going to go. And I love that. It really makes a difference to me. And the flip side of it, listen, I understand. And I don't really invest too much emotion into sports for kind of obvious reasons to me, to be honest. But on the opposite side of the ball, literally, was a team, where we know that the quarterback, who's a black guy, unfortunately, and his wife, they're pro-Trump. And he was at the Super Bowl, Trump was, I'm sure, hoping that the Chiefs would win. And guess what? In as much as he won the election, and that's way more of a, that is going to have and is having a huge impact, and the football game means nothing. It's like at least a small, just almost inconsequential but emotional sort of victory that feels good, that not only the Eagles won, but they're willing to say, like, kick rocks, dude, you're trash. I love that. And I'll leave it there. Trash. You know what I'm saying? So I quietly have liked the team because of how Jalen Hurts presents himself, and Saquon is just a freak of an athlete. And you gotta love the Kelsey. I mean, I know he retired, but like they just have cool people on the team, and to see them now take a real stance against, but just to make a real statement, like kick rocks. I love it. It means a lot to me. So yeah.
As a woman who doesn't like football but likes football players, I stand with these gentlemen.
I'll take that.
Bevel.
This is another sports thing. One of the sports that I do follow still, and I don't need to go into all the reasons why, but I love to follow combat sports because
Jay's trying to stay prepared.
No.
When the zombie apocalypse comes, Jay is going to be out there.
I'm not punching a zombie. I got something else for him. He's
going to have his cowboy hat, his gun, and his fists. His fisticuffs.
It's so.
Jay is training for his life.
I'm not training for anything. I'm watching the sport and enjoying it.
And watch the biggest zombie come right after your ass.
So there was a part 2 to Bivol versus Beterbiev. Beterbiev. Beterbiev,
This is a
Beterbiev.
joke.
It's really not. It's really not.
Right.
Bivol versus Beterbiev.
I wanted to say that I'm annoyed with your accent.
Yes, Bivol and
Beevil.
Beterbiev.
Beetlejuice.
I'm going to start talking like Groove for the rest of the show. Today we have Bivol and Bivol fight Beterbiev. And and it's going to be wonderful.
This is why people don't like us.
Beevil fought Beterbiev and it was a beautiful fight. But these two boxers are at an elite level, and you rarely get to see two elite fighters fight in general. But the thing that I love about both of these two fighters in particular is that there's no nonsense to them. There's no hype. There's no trash talking. It is pure sport. There's no emotion. It's like, I've trained my hardest. You've trained your hardest. Let's see who pulls it off. Beterbiev won the first one. Bivol won the second. There's probably going to be a trilogy, which will be amazing. And it's just really great to see something that's pure. You know what I'm saying? From us, if one of the reasons that I stopped following a lot of sports is because it's not pure. There's so much stuff involved that just taints it. And those two have remained true to the sort of core tenets of boxing, and it's really cool to see. And one more thing about those two boxers in particular, Bivol and Beterbiev. They both.
There's a lot of bees in this conversation.
Yeah. There's no even their fighting styles. There's no swag to it. It is just textbook, and it's just really cool to see almost clinical boxing take place. And it was just a really good and pure fight. And shout out to both of them for bringing that kind of. When they call it the sweet science and when they call boxing an art, those two guys, yeah.
I can't get down.
That's fine.
With beating somebody's face in.
That is fair.
Possibly my face.
That is fair.
When I accidentally stubbed my toe,
mm-hmm.
the world has ended. So
Right.
to know that I'm walking into a ring for someone to intentionally beat my face to the ground, I just don't get it.
No, I wouldn't argue that, because at the end of the day, that part is fundamentally kind of stupid to me.
That's terrifying.
I get it. Like, you shouldn't beat your brain up. It's entertaining.
I'm very torn about this next topic. Bishop Marvin Sapp was on NPR talking about his new secular R&B album called, guess what it's called?
I haven't heard this one, yeah.
Guess what it's called?
Drop that thing.
I Were an R&B Singer.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
That's the name of the album. And the whole
I can see a concept for that. That gets pushed too far, but sure, go ahead.
The whole beginning of the conversation. Mind you, Marvin Sapp is the one that does a never would have made it.
Yeah, I love that song.
That one. So he was talking about how everyone used to say, you could sing R&B, you could sing anything. And he was just like, no, I'm going to sing for the Lord, blah, blah, blah. And now he's decided.
He's got that itch. It never goes away.
Put out this secular album.
But I mean, Aretha Franklin is the poster child.
And here's the thing. Here's the
Whitney
thing. He just want to be nasty. That's what it is. Let's call it what it is. He want to be nasty.
I'm not mad.
He's single. He's rich. He's well known. I don't know if he's attractive. I got to look him up. And he can sing. He is basically like give me an R&B singer. Like he's like
the Lord will forgive him.
He want to be nasty. Cause ain't no, how old are you, sir? And all of a sudden, you want to hit the R&B. You want to be smooth.
I'm not mad. He's trying to be. He's trying to be the next Ron Isley. I'm not mad. Like don't hit on that man.
He's trying to find his next wife.
Okay, good.
That's
brother.
what he's trying to do.
Do
And
that.
that's what I needed in the interview. I didn't care about your background. I didn't care about nothing. I wanted to hear you say, I'm looking for a woman. I've been on the gram. My DMs is hot and heavy.
No, don't even say that. Don't even say that because that's probably not what it is.
I'm on Bumble.
No, just be like, I want to be a hoe for 2 years. Just be
Listen,
just say
a
that.
hoe in the Lord.
Yeah, and not
A
in the
hoe
Lord.
in the Lord.
No, you just want to be a hoe for 2 years.
No, he wants to be blessed so he doesn't catch me.
Please, just be honest. You know what I'm
But
saying?
he want to be nasty.
Exactly, and that's fine.
Now, they played one song called Free Falling, and it was by his son and his son's friend who helped produce the record. I'm going to be honest. It sounds like he's uncomfortable. Like, you can obviously tell he can sing, but he definitely sounds uncomfortable. Like, it doesn't feel...
You don't see his hips moving.
I'm trying to see what
he can't figure out how to gyrate.
I'm
you know
trying
what
to
I'm
see
saying?
what that bulky block 3-piece suit gonna look like. In that, is he gonna take it back to the 80s?
I don't know.
Like
he might just wear a white beater. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh god,
yeah.
I need to look up what he looks like. But yeah, Marvin Sapp has released a new R&B album.
Good. Express yourself.
If I were an R&B singer,
yeah, you use your gift to express whatever you want. Mm-hmm.
So ladies, this is your time. He
Or not.
gonna be featured in the club.
Who said that?
He gonna be in the club. They gonna run that thing back. Okay, them DJs is gonna have a field day.
Was it clear that he wants ladies?
He was married, and
Why did he get divorced?
she died.
Oh shit!
Dang, Jay. Yeah. All right. So moving on. Oh goodness. Wow.
Keep going.
Moving on.
Keep going. Hurry up. No.
Okay, so there is a woman in place of Florida Man, because nothing's happening in Florida outside of the normal crap that we already know about. There is a woman who has gone into the grocery stores to go and pee on food. And she was arrested. She was finally caught. But she peed so much on tons of different items that they had to recall food in the stores.
Yeah, that's hysterical.
So I was looking online, and some people were saying that this was like a social media thing. That
right.
It was like a fetish thing. Like people were requesting it, and she was getting paid for it. But I was really grossed out, and so she was caught, and it reminded me of that story of when the girl and the guy were on Facebook and Instagram, and they were undoing the ice cream, and they were licking it and then putting it.
People like that lose
Why
their
are you
minds.
smiling like that?
Because it's funny.
Have you gone and pissed at
no,
avocados?
No one pissed me off like that. But yeah, no, but it's funny.
I'm just trying to say
that person's insane.
What is wrong with people?
They're insane.
Eggs is $400. Okay,
they're insane.
All the chickens got Ebola. Like, and you just out here pissing on food? What's wrong with people?
Pissed off.
I don't feel like you're engaging with my funny today, and I don't like it. We're off.
Pissed
We're
off.
Pissed off. I'm annoyed. And another Florida man, a couple had to sit next to a dead body for 4 hours on their way.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, they were.
Did they know?
Yes. So the woman died in front of them.
But okay.
So here's the story.
I'm not staying there. I'm not sitting there. I'll go in the aisle and stand for 4 hours before I sit there. There's no way. I mean, the story's terrible, but like, who would you sit there?
So apparently,
hold on. What would you do?
I would cry. I would be in tears. I would be hysterical. They have to pull the plane over.
Okay, so you
we'd
start
have to pull
crying,
over at a pit stop
and
somewhere.
then what? You just going to sit there crying for 4 hours next to the body?
I would act a fool.
What does that mean?
Hush. So they were going from Australia to Qatar, and they said that a woman exited the restroom. She collapsed and died in front of them. The people on the flight, the health people, did everything that they could, but unfortunately, she couldn't be saved. So they put the woman's body in an empty seat next to a couple for the remaining 4 hours.
Absolutely not.
remaining 4 hours of the
Okay,
flight.
I'll say this.
So wait. They looked a bit frustrated.
A bit?
But then they
frustrated is the only word?
Someone who was sitting next to them, but then they just
frustrated
looked at me and saw seats
appalled, disgusted, terrified.
They were on a 4-row thing, and they asked if we could move over, and we did.
No,
but
you're not.
Qatar Airways has said that they are sorry to the family, but they did all that they could, and they were not allowed to.
In the event,
to move flights.
I have no problem saying this. In the event that I pass away in a precarious,
I'd be a mess.
No. In the event that I pass away in a precarious scenario, like in an unexpected, uncomfortable, I don't care what you do with me at that point.
Like if I'm like this.
Yeah, no. So you can put me in. I'm uncomfortable.
Right.
And that's actually part of my point. Like you're just gonna sit there for 4 hours? Like
hold on.
Like, oh my God.
Hold on, Jake.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Tell me if you're still uncomfortable.
I'm gonna have nightmares. Like I'll just sit here, and you're just gonna sit there and you're just gonna sit there and cry and just weep. Like, what do you mean?
Let me tell you something.
What I'm going to do?
I would be snotting, farting, shit.
I am not going to let you put the body right there.
I want to know how.
And if it was me who was the body, please just put me in the bathroom.
So Qatar Airways.
Oh, they're Qatarded.
Oh my God, Qatar and what is the other one?
I don't know.
Anyway, the Middle Eastern airlines, their seats are bigger. They're more spacious because you're on the flight for like 14, 19 hours, right? So I'm curious to know how close they were.
It doesn't matter. It's next to me.
So if you're like, what if it was an aisle and it was in a one-seater?
Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna get up and move somewhere, and you're going to move me. I'm not sitting there. This might be the funniest thing you've done.
Hold on, I gotta get it right. Hold on. This is so effed up.
You just gotta do one of these. Close your eyes.
This is terrible. If I die on a flight,
please don't have me inconvenience everybody.
Just do me a favor.
Over.
Make sure my legs are closed. Make sure my shirt.
I don't care what you do with me.
Close my eyes. Close my
mouth.
Throw
me out the plane.
If rigor mortis start to set in, just crunch me together.
I get nigga mortis, but that's just.
I just want to make sure that they cover the body up.
You don't have to do anything with me. I don't care.
I mean, it was only 4 hours.
My ego is literally out the door.
It's only 4 hours. You couldn't sit next to
There's no way. If you want to see
in a black funeral, we be in there for 6 hours.
That's a choice of someone I know. That's completely different.
Well,
they've been embalmed.
What if you spoke before they died? What if you was talking to old Betsy?
Absolutely
and she goes to the bathroom
not.
And she comes back. She's like, oh.
No, move Betsy now. I didn't pay for this. Absolutely not. Under no circumstance would I sit there for 4 hours.
What would y'all do if someone died right in front of you, and then they put the body 2 seats over, covered up?
And honestly, y'all can feel
on a flight.
And to the point where
you still have 4 hours to go. You are over water. What you want them to do?
You know what? If it was me and I was the body, I'd be like, yo, give your kids something to do. You could paint me. You know what I'm saying? You could dress me up, move me around, do whatever you want with me. I don't care. Yeah. Literally. Yep. 100%.
That's messed up.
But it's funny. And if it was me, I would like, please have fun with me.
Cover me up. Make sure I'm decent.
Have your way with me. Oh,
this has become completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
You're horrible.
This is our most morbid show yet.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Really quickly, I want to just acknowledge a legend has passed.
Yeah.
Roberta Flack, phenomenal singer, phenomenal performer, beautiful.
One of our geniuses.
Yes. So sending love and light to her family and her friends and fans, because this was another giant that we lost.
Yeah.
And I have to say this before we go into our what's going on. I got to say this, and it's been on my mind.
You can't be throwing surprises.
Yes, I can.
No.
I'm 51% over. I do what I want.
No.
So
Uncomfortable.
I came to the realization, and I came to this realization that there are a lot of people who do not agree with DEI because they think that it is a black thing.
I think everyone watching this knows, but go ahead.
There are a lot of people online that I've been watching, and they're just angry. I'm talking about local folk who have posted about it or who have been in people's comments who are only upset because they think DEI helps black people do better than white people. So
But if you're stupid enough to even think that, then you're already kind of dumb because that just doesn't happen.
Well, you're not. It's not that you're just dumb. You're a racist. That is a racist. Right there. That's your platform.
Sure.
That's where we are. So I wanted to look up what DEI was so I could read it to y'all because I want people to know. So, diversity is the presence and acceptance of differences that may include, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, ethnicity, nationality, culture, citizenship, marital status, life and career path, socioeconomic status, educational background, workplace position, language or dialect, disability, age, religious commitment, or political perspective. That is what diversity is. It's the presence of all and acceptance of all of those things. Equity is different from equality. Equality provides the same resources, opportunities, and treatment for all people without accommodating their backgrounds or resources. Equity, on the other hand, provides everyone with the unique resources and opportunities they need to reach an equal outcome. Whereas equality means providing equal access to everyone regardless of the differences in need, equity means recognizing that not everyone starts from the same place. And thus, adjustments are made to address this imbalance. Equity is also something that is ongoing because new differences emerge, whereas equality remains the same because each individual is provided the same resources or access. Inclusion is the outcome of a welcoming environment that incorporates diverse perspectives and equitable practices to ensure all people participate in decision making. Diversity is not the same as inclusion. Diversity is the presence and acceptance of the differences we talked about earlier, whereas inclusion is the active, intentional, and ongoing engagement that with diversity to achieve a culture in which different people can come together to work, feel comfortable, and confident to be themselves and feel valued. That is DEI. So take that and think about all the people that you've worked with, all the people that you've gone to school with, the people that you fellowship with in church. We are all included in DEI because we all come from different backgrounds. We were all raised differently. We were all taught different things growing up. We all live differently now, but making sure that we accommodate all of those differences, we flourish as a society. But when you dampen that, when you take away that ability, so for us to work together, you end up with the Trump administration. So, there you go. Let's talk about what's going on around town.
All right.
All right, what do you got first?
302 Day.
302 Day. March 2nd, Eastside Charter School, 3000 North Claymont Street, games and music, fun activities, health and wellness, community and family resources, food trucks. Head on over there and have yourself a 302 Day.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then we go here. Oh, there we go.
Poetry is activism at the Delaware Art Museum. This event is going to be really, really awesome. Dr. Tracy Curry wrote poetry, And the artists that are currently hanging up in the hallway, at orientation hallway, made art based off of that poetry. So we'll be doing a gallery talk with all of those artists. Then there will be a spoken word performance after that.
By who?
Sweet Fran Sean will be
Oh, yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
a bunch of other names. That's the one that sticks out the most because it's sweet,
Sure.
you know.
Sure.
And then there will be a Nikki Giovanni dedication after party where we will be listening to a playlist of all of her works and her poetry, watching images and quotes of hers, and just fellowshipping in the life and legacy of her. So if you don't have anything to do, please come out. This is a free event. There will be the bar and Caffeina will be open, but it's just going to be a beautiful event. This is all Black women artists speaking their minds. Poetry is activism. I mean, self-explanatory. Come out, have a good time, and I'll be there.
All right.
Okay. Friday, February 28th. Art of Beer, local artists, local beer. Greater Wilmington Beer Week. The Chancery Market from 5 to 8.
Yeah, I love this kind of stuff, honestly, because I used to be really into beer for a long time, and that just kind of, I guess I moved into tequila. First it was bourbon, and then it moved to tequila. But it's really cool to see how beer has changed over the years, quite frankly. And I love that it's being looked at as an art because, I don't know if you know any people, what?
I don't understand what it all tastes nasty to me, but
Yeah, okay, so that's actually, I'm glad you said that. So,
it tastes like a cough.
No, but all beers are not the same.
I did have a banana beer
Like-
at Iron Hill one time that was amazing.
So the difference between that and like a Guinness versus a Yingling versus a sour versus a Dogfish Head, they're dramatically different. Like they can taste extremely different. And the people who are really into brewing are, number one, they're always like a blend of super nerdy in a good way, but they're always kind of cool too. But it is an art. And it's like one of those things where you're blending. It's an extremely scientific process, and it's also to taste. You know what I'm saying? Like one person, I really, quite frankly, don't like Dogfish Head beer. And a lot of people don't like. Some people can't stand Guinness. They're like, this is the worst beer ever. How do you drink it? I love Guinness. I will drink a Guinness like a coffee. And
because you like bitter coffee.
nah, Guinness isn't bitter. It's really, really super smooth. But I love, and I know it's not wildly new, but like I just love the fact that we've gotten to a point where beer is seen as an art, because when you're really creating certain beers, it is an art. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unified Creative Exchange for Women's History Month. Her creativity shaped the world. March 1st through the 30th, Unified Creative Exchange proudly presents Her Creative Shaped the World. And you can go Hadira, what does that say? Hadira Yoga Studio, 111 Greenbank, Wilmington. Go to unifiedcreativeexchange.org for more information.
Okay. Yeah. You sent me that one? That was a weird one you sent me.
This is for tomorrow. This is the boycott.
Got you. I didn't understand that.
Yes.
That's tomorrow, Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Sorry.
This is a big deal. All right, you go ahead.
Friday. For all of us who are trying to make a statement, that are standing up to something, even though I'm not, whether it's Al Sharpton or not, boycott for DEI, the 24-hour blackout on Friday, February 28th from 12 a.m. to 11:59.
But it's not just for DEI. Not that DEI doesn't matter.
It's in general. It's just for all of this big box stores that ain't shit.
Well, no. So prices are higher everywhere. Yeah. We're paying too much for groceries. Like all of the things that are supposed to be getting fixed by the administration, that aren't going to get fixed.
Because he lied to you.
And all of and quite frankly, even outside of this new administration, like grocery prices have been going up over and over, like well over the course of the Biden administration too. So there's blame to go around across the board.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying y'all voted for him because you said he was going to lower eggs, and eggs got 2 times higher.
So everyone is being asked to boycott all of the big companies, you know?
Try not to make any purchases unless it's small businesses.
Yeah, so stay off of Amazon just for one day.
No
Stay away
Amazon,
from
no
McDonald's.
Walmart,
Don't go to Walmart.
No Best Buy.
No Target.
No gas.
You know, don't buy an Apple product. All of those things. And the point of it.
Only use cash if you have to in local areas.
I'm not trying to act like I'm some quiet visionary that no one pays attention to, but I have said, quite frankly, for some time, and I don't post about it a lot, but I've said it before, like, you and it's a common thought, like you hit people in the pockets and it makes a difference. One of the reasons, talking about DEI, that Target has been sort of trying to backpedal their policies because people stopped buying.
They lost billions.
And they lost money. So this is what actually matters to them. I think a lot of times we justifiably be like, oh, Target is racist. They don't really care about race.
They care about
money.
They
care about money.
And here's the thing. People were talking about, this is how you know they messed up. There are people across the board, white, black, Hispanic, disabled, LGBTQ, everyone is boycotting because Target lied. They told you they cared and they really didn't. And that's the problem. And this is a constant conversation that we're having with all of these big box stores. Cut it.
So it's not just Target. It's all of these places.
All of them. Walmart been showed y'all.
And so everyone right now, a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people feel helpless, like they don't have power. And, you know, you made a vote and you protest and it doesn't pay off. Things are happening that you don't want to have. But this is literally a place where collectively, like, nobody's going to care about the fact that you individually didn't buy something from Amazon, but collectively, we have collective bargaining power, and this is an opportunity to sort of flex that muscle, and I would love to see it go further. I've always said that specifically, you know, just talking about Black people in America, the trillion or whatever, I don't know what our actual net worth is, not net worth, but how much spending, how much our buying power, but I'm sure it's like in the trillions or $1 trillion, whatever. Like if we all said, if every Black person said right now, you know, next week, nobody, or basically if we're like, listen, we aren't buying anything from Apple until the following 3 demands are met. We want police reform nationally. You know, we want all DEI reinstated. We want, what else? Name one more thing that we could collectively all agree that we want, you know? If we all said we're not buying anything from Apple, and Apple be like, we ain't got nothing to do with this, I guarantee you things will start to change. I guarantee you. So I'm hoping that Friday is relatively successful and that there's more organization in that same vein from that point, because hitting them in the pockets is always effective. That's why it worked with Dr. King. Yeah. But boycotting the buses caused an economic problem. Right. They don't care about you. I understand that marching is a show of force. I'm not saying don't march. Do whatever works for you. But if you want to impact somebody, impact their wallet.
Listen, and when it comes to the wallet, what we need to do is all find a school that's going to be open so we can all leave our houses and not pay our Delmarva bill and just stay in the school for a little while until we figure things out. Maybe Dr. Umar could open up the building for us for just a minute.
Oh, no.
You know, since he's for the people, maybe he could be the solution.
Stop it right now.
Help us out, you know, since he's got that building that's just sitting. You know.
The bridge. The bridge. The bridge.
I'm trying.
The bridge.
I'm trying.
The bridge. The bridge.
Stop. You're annoying me. You're annoying. I really wanted to hit you. Lisa, that was a close one, girl.
That was like a flashing light in your face, wasn't it?
Woo, child. That was about to be. I was like,
because he was loud and repetitive. Like,
yes, it was really. And you're just loud. You're loud.
The bridge.
Stop.
Let's come back. Here we go.
God, people gonna stop watching. watching this just because of you.
Because of the bridge.
The Bridge Art Gallery is making its debut this weekend.
Debut in Wilmington.
Mm-hmm. Their opening day is Saturday, March 1st, 12 to 6 p.m. There is a ribbon cutting tomorrow at 11 to 1.
I'll be there shooting.
At 213 North Market Street. It is the largest Black-owned art gallery in Wilmington, owned by Christopher and Cheryl Mack. Amazing, beautiful people. I am very excited about this because they have vision. They do. They always have. And they came here on a mission. When before they moved to Delaware, they researched and they figured out where they wanted to be, who they wanted to talk to.
How did they find out about Delaware?
Through Naj and Jay.
What a coincidence.
They Googled things in Delaware, and Naj and Jay popped up, and they became fans.
The same way that
And my Cheryl anniversary is March 5th.
Cool.
The day I met her. So Cheryl.
I don't know how you remember that. That's wild. I'm serious.
I remember a lot of my anniversaries for people.
Cool.
Do you remember our Naj and Jay anniversary?
Yeah, absolutely. So the same way that you see us riding hard for like the Sold Firm and the Taki.
Yes. It's about to happen to them.
You know, in a very similar way. And it's because they're great people. The Taki's a great person and the Macs are great people. Yeah. We both, I mean, you know them on a much more personal level than me.
I've been adopted.
Right. But like, you know, Chris and I have hung out sometimes. Like I've gone to his place and watched fights.
They like Irish beer.
We like Guinness. That's what real men drink. Yeah. So I am genuinely excited about what they have built and what they're bringing here. And I would be remiss and I wouldn't be a good person if I didn't urge everyone to come out and support the ribbon cutting, the grand opening, and just get there.
Yes.
Like come there and catch the vibe. They're good people.
Great people.
We all know some shady shadesters. And these people, the Macs are the opposite of that. I don't just vouch for people.
They don't
play
that.
I don't vouch for people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people, I have a very small circle, and the people that I do speak well about, I won't speak well about somebody if it's going to mess up my own integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take my word for it.
Take his word for it.
You can take my word for it. And the word is they are great people, and you need to support their establishment. We will certainly be doing that. We'll be doing some podcasts from there.
Yeah.
We've talked about interviewing them. That will happen for sure. I'm genuinely pumped about this. And actually, one more thing from my end. One of the funny things to me is when I was trying to start my first band, I was going to call it The Bridge. So it's funny. Yeah, that's all.
What do you think? You're special?
Special. I'm so special. I'm so special.
Oh my God. All right, come on. What's next? Nope.
No, I got you. Yeah.
Oh crap.
Fairy Tale Saturday.
This is at the Delaware Museum of Natural Sciences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fairy Tale Saturday, March 1st, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Explore your favorite fairy tales at the museum. Come dressed as your favorite fairy tale character and have fun with a variety of themed activities, crafts, and story time. Pre-registration suggested. Walk-ins welcome as space allows. You do have to. It's free with museum admission. So this is the Delaware Museum of Natural Sciences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think there's one more.
Yep.
And lastly, legal insights and community impact, understanding TPS. Come and learn important information about your rights and the latest TPS updates. Don't miss it. For more information, oh God.
You're funny.
Contact them at 655-7338. So this is tomorrow from 5 to 7 at MOB Throw 1 North Harrison Street in Wilmington. And childcare is provided.
I do
so
think
this is at the Latin American Community Center.
Yeah, and for obvious reasons, and our current political climate, political climate.
That's what it feels like. A political climate.
Yeah, it definitely does. That's real. I think that being educated about what your rights are fundamentally important. I've had deep concerns about, what's going to happen to this part of our community. I've said before on the show, like, I've been genuinely terrified about some of my kids who I work with at the school I work. And they've been scared. And one of the ways to have yourself prepared for any negative situation is to be educated on the matter. And I'm glad that the LACC is putting this together because it's important, and unfortunate that it has to happen, but I'm glad they're doing it.
Yeah. So, that's all I have for y'all. Mm-hmm. Should I do that or no?
What is that one? Nah.
Okay.
Maybe next week, but yeah.
Okay. All right, that's all we have. We love you guys.
Yeah. We will see you soon, and come out to the.
See you Saturday, March 1st, from 12 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be there. Are you coming on Saturday?
I don't think I'll be able to be there Saturday because I got to be in Lancaster.
Well, Jay will be there tomorrow.
I'll be there tomorrow with my camera.
So that's 11 to 1, 213 North Market Street, the Bridge Art Gallery, ribbon cutting. All right, don't jump the gun. I saw you about to do the piece. Don't rush me.
The bridge.
Bye.